All right, well, we are back. As you can see, I got my tires in, and I'm pretty happy with these. Believe it or not, these are the BF Goodrich. Let's see if I can. The old school BF Goodrich tires. Anybody who's been around a long time knows that tread design. And yeah, the all-terrain T8s. These are the ones I went with. I got them off A-Main Hobby. They are a, hold on, let me scooch this back. Whoop, other way, dumbass. They are a Proline brand off A-Main Hobby. And there's the part number. Okay. And yeah, these are the ones that I chose to go with. I was gonna do the Mickey Thompsons because I had some Mickey Thompson tires on my my Blazer, and they had those at the A-Main too, and they were also Prolines. I think most of your tires are probably Proline. You're not going to find name brands, or at least I didn't anyway, because my last set of tires I got for the Hummer build, I got those off Amazon. They're pretty decent tires, but I don't think you're going to find name brand type tires. Now, if you're wanting to do that anyway, go that route, that's completely up to you. But I wanted something, like I said, I was going to go with the Mickey Thompsons. These were about $25 a set of two. You get them in packs of two. You get the rims on Amazon for in packs of 4. You can get some rims on, like I said, the hobby sites in packs of 4, but generally speaking, your more name brand and fancy ones, fancy schmancies, they come in packs of 2. Like I said, some of them do come in packs of 4, but yeah. So anyway, got my wheels in, or got my tires in finally, and try to get these mounted up and see how the dualies work out. And let's see here. Very interesting. This is going to be interesting. Interesting. I like the beadlocks, 1, because they're just cool, and 2, because I don't want to deal with having to glue tires. I don't want to glue tires. I haven't had much luck with gluing tires, and so that's my thing there. But I like the beadlocks, just like I said, mostly because they look cool, and you don't have to glue them. You know, because if you want to switch tires, put different tires on different rims, all you got to do is unscrew them. Bob's your uncle. All right. You unscrew them, pop the tires off. Bada bing, bada boom. You can plop them off another rim, or put them on another rim, or whatever, and keep the tires, unless you've totally worn those tires out, and then come on now. Oh. Well, it was right there, wasn't I? Anyway, so these are going to take me some time because I got 6 of them to do, and you know, may not have to wait for the glue to dry, but you still have to fight with the getting the beads in there where they go and everything else. So we'll work on this for a bit, and still missed that freaking hole. Work on this for a bit, and we are gonna come back when I get all the tires on the wheels, and we'll come back here in a bit and anyway, so while I fight with this for a bit, and we'll be back when I get all these tires mounted on all these wheels, and then we'll come back and do the dually setup, get the dually tires put together. All right, be right back. All right, so we're back. Got all the wheels and tires all mounted. And so the way this system, and like I said, these come specifically to be done as duals. There are, let me set this back just a tad. Okay, there are kits on Amazon that are very similar to this. It's just a big old spacer and so forth. So the way this one's set up is you've got, it gives you what, three of these nuts, you know, that go against us here, and a per set. This one comes per set, and so they give you, you know, 2 regular or 1 regular. Yeah, that one goes away. Anyway, so the way this set is, gives you the spacer. Now, if you know how the duals work, you know, you got the deep dish goes in on one side. So on this, you have these here are countersunk, basically. So you get these screws. Like I said, it's just this particular one, and I have to go like this. Go in here, this, and then there's a, yeah, it goes like this. They don't really give you any directions. Alright. So, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you see it screws in there and it's countersunk in there, and it goes through the wheel. And each one of these, if you get these wheels, I got these on Amazon. On one side, I don't know if you can see it. One side is raised, and the other side is countersunk. Well, these also have a raised side on the opposite of the. So, that being said, get these screwed in here. So it gives you, well, at least this set of wheels gives you more than enough. screws. Oh, stupid. Yeah, it gives you more than enough screws. Okay, to put these together. So and these power screwdrivers, this one is supposed to. I mean, I've seen dudes use like regular drills with the a hex head on it. But these little power screw things are handy. Unless you got really fat fingers and you can't even pick the screws up off the ground or out of the little tray there. So get these put on. And yeah, these come in pretty handy. This one's for electronics. As always, I got it off Amazon. So the tires I had to get off A Main. Amazon's got a large selection of tires, and like I said, they're pretty decent too. They're Proline. A lot of them are Proline brand tires. But like I said, I was looking for, some specific ones. So, I'll snug this down. Alright, so now this one gets the other side. Fat tires. Yeah, so once again, no. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm starting to figure it out. Well, let's see. Let's see if this is the way that works. Not sure if this is gonna work. Yeah. Alright, so might have to double check. Well, anyway, but this basically, just gotta figure this out here. There it does. I'll have to double check. Well, we'll see if this is gonna work. Guess it is gonna squish the tire together, huh? Yeah, well, I'm gonna double check, but I think this is how they go together. I do believe this is how they go together. But there you go. If I got it right, which I think I do, this is how they're gonna go. So let me double check on this and make sure. Make sure that I'm doing this right. But yeah. So we'll get another one of those, and then we will put it on the truck. Well, my rolling chassis, because I don't have a motor in it yet or anything. But my rolling chassis. And yeah, we will go from there. So I'll be right back. Let me double check on this, make sure I'm putting it together right, and we'll be right back. All right, so I did put them together wrong. I had to go back and double check on the limited amount of information they give you. So, all right, so it goes together like this, because I keep forgetting the dualies are deep well. Now I know what the little shorty screws are for. Sad thing about it is the individual doing the little quick demo of how to put these duals together looked like it was a little kid, and that just kind of annoys the shit out of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this is how they go together. This is how we do it. I was wondering what the shorty ones were for, because they give you short ones and they give you long ones. Screws, that is. All right. Anyway, so sometimes the simplest things, you know, the simplest things can be the biggest pain in the butt. But like I said, most of these things, they, you know, as far as Amazon goes, about 90% of the stuff you buy on Amazon is from China. Now, the brand Proline says right on here somewhere. Now, I don't know if that's... Where does it say? Well, the sidewalls of the tires say made in America, but I think that the dang thing's probably made in China. I don't know. I don't know that for a fact, so don't quote me. Don't quote me on it. But anyway, yeah, so this... I knew that didn't seem right. I knew that didn't seem right. So... Come back here, you turd. And then we got this. And this goes on here like this. Yeah, that's probably is better that way. And then this one, the one with the countersunk holes. Yeah, because your deep well, the dualies are always deep well on the outside, not like a front wheel, so that was my mistake. So yeah, so they give you a ton of screws. And each set of wheels comes with a bag of screws. There's way more screws than you'll need. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I would rather have the long ones. But anyway, I've already proven that the long ones go in far enough. So, considering this is where it's mounted to the truck. Well, that was stupid, wasn't it? So, as Dave fumbles through something that obviously a child could do, because I swear the kid that was on there doing them was a child. I swear he was a child. At least that's what it looked like anyway. But there you go. Alright, so now this looks better because the tires aren't like rubbing together or anything. So they've got a space in between them like they're supposed to have. I just had them put together wrong. So, but as I get back out here, get these back here. But they do give you more than enough stuff. There, that's better. That's better. And that goes on the back against your 12 millimeter nut on the end of the frickin' axles. So as I bumble through this here, and get it all set up, ready to go. My rolling chassis, and yeah, as you can see, my channel is not all fancy schmancy like a lot of these are. That is interesting. But we will see how it goes. So, dang it, I still did it wrong. Bring it back. Now bring it back when I got all the wheels all on the chassis, my rolling chassis, and see how it looks with the duals on it. All right, I'll bring you back here in a minute or two. All right, well, as you can see, I finally got it figured out for the most part. Yeah, looks pretty serious. I think it's cool as shit. Yes, and this is the body. Well, at least at the very least, the body style. This is my old Clodbuster body. I don't know what I was thinking with that purple, but anyway, that was then. But as you can see, it took me a bit. I had to watch that doggone instructional video, such as it was, several times, and I had to pause it. I had to pause it to see, because they were flipping from one thing to another so fast. I couldn't see what they did. But yeah, I had it wrong, man. I find as I get older, the more difficult things are becoming for me to wrap my brain around. But anyway, I always get it figured out. But as you can see, all set up. I thought these, but the way these are designed, they're supposed to be deep dish on the front. I mean, it'll go on the other way, but I have to stack a couple of those spacers, otherwise it hits on the steering stuff up there. So yeah, this is the way I do believe that they intended it to be, you know. But yeah, it's pretty sporty, man. I'm happy with it. It's got a serious stance to it, you know, especially with a body on it anyway. You know, it's got a stance to it. But yeah, still waiting on some parts and things, and but I'm gonna end up using the cab, because if you know the Clodbuster, the bed is real shallow, just because the way it was designed. But what is it, RC 4-wheel drive or 4WD, RC 4WD, something like that, they have bodies, you know, they have so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bed off, you know, cut this away from the cab, because they have an actual just the bed, and it's and it's got the right depth. So yeah, I'm going to cut this bed off. I'm going to put fender flares, well, on the new bed, because I'm going to repaint it. I've got like 3 or 4 different paint designs that I want to do to it. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool, I hope. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to cut this bed off. It's going to have to, because it needs to be, the wheelbase is slightly longer than the bed, or the body itself. And as you can see, and I don't want to cut the fenders up if I don't have to. So if I get that other bed, I'm going to slide it to where, you know, I'm going to have it hard mounted to the frame, and I'll figure something out for the cab. But so yeah, I'm going to scooch it back so that the tires actually ride in the fender wells a little bit easier. But other than that, it looks pretty cool, I think. I think it's coming along. I've got, like I said, I've got to get the usual stuff. I've got to get the motor. I got to get the motor put in it. The motor's going to be facing this way. And a few other things for it. But got the rolling chassis finally. And I think it's looking pretty cool. I love the tires. I'm loving the tires. I'll see how I've got the foam in them that they came with. All the tires you buy, they always come with foam in them. So I'm going to see how it does. I haven't decided a lot of things. So taking my time on this, trying to get it figured out the way I want it. I still haven't decided everything I'm gonna do. I haven't decided the paint scheme for it. It's just a lot of things. I still got some parts I gotta get, but yeah. So it's looking pretty cool right now. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Diggity diggity. So, but there you go. Got the tires, got the wheels. The little nut that holds the wheels on. I know you can get extensions, but it's way down in there. It's way down in there. But they fit. They work. They look good. I like the rims. I dig the rims. I was just, the only thing that caught me off guard was the way these rims are designed. Even if you put them on, they wouldn't work on this. They wouldn't work on this turned around the other way, because like I said, they hit on stuff in there, so I'd have to get some extensions or something for that. But I think right now it works. It's working. I mean, it's only a matter of about that much difference between this way and as far as the width of it. But yeah, the dualies, I dig the dualies. All right, so we are moving forward with it. Like I said, I've got other things I'm going to do to it, and we'll bring you along. I know my videos aren't quite as exciting as some of these other fellas and some of these other channels, but that's okay, because I just do this for fun. I've said it 1,000 times. I just do this for fun. And I like, sharing just to, mostly because like I said, I like sharing. The comments are pretty good. I don't really have too many negative comments on my stuff because I'm not getting paid for it. All of this stuff I pay for out of my own money. I don't have enough subscribers to even get anywhere near being monetized, and that's fine because I don't do this to get subscribers. I just do it for fun and hope to give other people ideas and just broaden horizons and so forth and so on. But I love doing the 100% custom builds. I have no problem with the ready to run stuff. I really don't. But I like having things that are one-off because there's no other vehicle out there like this one. Just like the Hummer that I built as a gift. There's no other vehicle out there like that one. None. Might have the same body on it, but it is not the same vehicle. So those ready to run ones are great. I guess the whole idea to buying them is they're like super fast, and you fling them over stuff and you flip them and you fling them, and I mean that's fine. It's fun, I guess, to an extent, but until you realize how expensive the how expensive the replacement parts are. Especially if you're buying the brand replacement parts like the Axial or Traxxas or whatever else. But anyway, again, I'm rambling, but I'm having fun doing this, farting around with it, changing things, trying to see how things work out. I may end up putting the shock towers on it at some point, but I'm once I get it going, I'm gonna see how these cantilever setups go, how they do, whether I like them or not. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna do, as far as paints. Like I said a few minutes ago, I've got several different ideas, and I don't know. We'll see how it works out. All right. Talk at you later. All right, and we're back. So, as you can see, I have gotten some more work done on the truck. Got the front and rear bumpers in, got the motor and well, you saw the transmission. We got the motor, the transmission, and this little battery. I got a big battery, 3S, that I'm going to use. I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put it, but that being said, let's zoom in a little bit so we can kind of see what I got going on here. So I got the front bumper in, and it does have a winch. Now, and you're thinking, oh, that's a Warn winch. No, it's not a Warn winch. It's not. It's from try to get this in frame. It's from what is it? I can't think right now. Well, anyway, I'll try to remember to put it down at the bottom. But anyway, I got it off Amazon, and it's a name brand company that sells it. But you know, you see these all over Amazon. Hell, and even on some of the main online setups, websites that you buy from. You know, like AMain and you know, places like that. They're all made. They might be. You know, they might have originally been something, you know, thought up in America, but once China gets a hold of shit, then there's 10,000 of these on especially on Amazon, and some are good, some are bad. They all come with the remote control, you know, the wireless remote, and those again, hit and miss with those. But anyway, so got the front bumper on, got the lights run, as you can see. Yeah, it's a RXK. No, Rock, R-O-C-K. Okay. But yeah, but it looks like a Warn, and the Warn winches that actually say Warn. Let me get my fat finger out of the way. The Warn winches that actually say Warn. Come here, you. Right here. Look exactly the same. They're exactly the same. They may or may not be better. I don't know. But this one was fine. Let's see. I got my steering servo in. You can't see it from there. It's back in this area here. Amazon. This is the cord that goes from the Warn or Rock winch, whatever. These are the wires for the lights. I'm still working on the wiring because I got some wiring that's going to be attached to the frame and some wiring that's going to my camera skills back, you asshole. Some wiring is going to be on the frame and some wiring is going to be in the body. I haven't decided on what. I have a body, but I'm still in the process of working it out. I spent a while the other day just mounting finding out where the body posts are going to mount on here. That's why this bumper sticks out so far. Because as I learned, not all 1/10 scale vehicles are the same. So the original body I was going to use, though it was 1/10 scale, the 313 wheel, you know, it was not. It was not. It was like the fender was like way up here. So I was like, well, crap. So I opted for another body, and we will see that at a later time. But anyway, so yeah, this is where I'm at right now. This battery, you're probably like, well, what's this battery for? Well, this battery is for my BEC. My BEC, well, that's not it, but that's, nope, there it is. Yeah, it's a Castle BEC. I wanted to run it off of because I had to make it is also 3S. I'm going to run a BEC on this because aside from this one servo, at times, and you'll see this later on, at times I'm going to have more than one servo on here, and I need something, and you know, I need it to be pulling from not the main battery, which is also 3S. So it's got a dedicated BEC it's got a BEC with a dedicated battery. And it's small enough I can run it on this and it'll be underneath the body shell. So yeah, so if you're wondering why is that rear bumper stretched out so far, because the body I'm using was longer than the original one I was going to use. So, and as you can see, I've opted to put put the dang dual shot setup on there. I know I was going to go with and I was back and forth. I had these on there, and then I had the other one on there, and then I went back with these, and then I went to shorter shocks, because this truck, I don't want it riding 15 feet above the wheels. I want it to be more close to a stock vehicle, with the same type of setup with straight axles and dual shocks and so forth and so on. I mean, it is four-wheel drive, and it is off-road, and it's like I said earlier, it's not necessarily going to be a crawler, but it is going to be off-road, so there might be a little bit of crawling involved. So we'll see. I might hedge back and forth again, but for right now, yeah, because like I said, I just didn't want it to be 15 feet in the air. The other thing is, you see, I got my motor. It's a Hobbywing quick run Fusion SE. It's got the dual speed control and the motor. It's the 1800 kV, and so yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. As you can see, I got the headlights on the front bumper already wired. Yeah, these are going to be some of the things, obviously, that are going to be wired to the frame, and any lighting that I do on the front or on the vehicle is going to be, a lot of it's going to be wired to the body. And I have ideas on where I'm going to put all my stuff, my cords and my things and my button. I'm still debating on the button. I don't know if I'm going to have the button down here where I had it on the Hummer, or if I'm going to put it somewhere else that I can reach from a different spot. I don't know. But these are all things I'm working on. So just a little update. Man, my brain is not working today. A little update, and we will be back, and I'll show you some more stuff. All right, see you then. Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, I'm working on the body, and you can see I've been kind of keeping this kind of on the down low for a bit because I wasn't 100% sure what body I wanted to use for this project. God dang it. All right, so, but yeah, now you can see square body dually, and I got these from RC4, the number 4 WD. You can get the complete body like this, or you can get just, because they sell just the pieces and parts for it. But yeah, so this is what I decided on, and I had like 3 different paint schemes that I was looking at for this, and I definitely wanted it to be a dually because you saw I had dual tires, dual rear tires. So yeah, so yeah, check them out. RC4, the number 4 WD is the website, and they have these. Now, I was going to use my Clodbuster. That was when I originally started this project, I was like, I'm going to use that body, that square body Chevy body from the Clodbuster. And yeah, and I was like, all right. But the wheelbase on my project here, something I learned, I don't know, I may have said this before, but something I've learned, that not all 110 scale vehicles and parts are the same. Technically, the Clodbuster is a 110 scale vehicle, but it's a shorter 110 scale. So yeah, so when because I had to order these separately, these fender flares, and they're pricey. Considering what you get, they're pricey, but they're worth it because they fit that body perfectly. So if you're going to buy stuff for a square body Chevy, get it with them because their stuff, and I don't mean just any square body Chevy. I mean one of their specific square body Chevy trucks. Unfortunately, they don't have a super cab version of this, though with some kit bashing and whatnot, you could do it. Or there's plenty of things on eBay where they are 3D printed. I don't know if you have to buy them 3D printed or if they just sell the file, but either way, this is what I went with. And again, the reason why is because the wheelbase on my chassis is way longer than that Clodbuster, okay? And when I set the Clodbuster square body up next to this is like an inch wider, an inch and a half wider. Same with the bed. And like I said, the bed is detachable. So if you want to do a flatbed or something that you just need the cab, you can buy. And they're not horribly priced for but you don't get anything but the cab. The hood here I had to buy separately. The visor I had to buy separately. I had to buy these separately. You gotta buy, unless you get the full kit, you might as well just get, because these are replacement parts for their ready to run kit. They have, check them out, they've got some pretty cool ready to run kits in the old square body like this, or the Blazer, same year span. And all those parts, if you know anything about that, all the parts are interchangeable as far as between this and the Blazer. I don't have any glass because they're out. They're sold out for the window glass right now because they just are, and everywhere. And there's other websites that sell their stuff, like A Main Hobby sells RC four-wheel drive stuff, and some of the other hobby websites that sell RC stuff, they sell some of their stuff. So, and I've checked eBay and everything. There's no glass. And what I mean is the front window and the side windows, because they sell a lot of stuff that you would think would come in a set, and they don't come in a full set. So you have to buy one set, is the side window and the front window, and then there's another where you can buy just the back window by itself. Now, I'm sure there must be a reason for that. I couldn't tell you. So yeah, the hood, I love that Cal induction hood. So yeah, I opted for the OD green, old school military paint. And this is just Tamiya. There's 4 or 5 different military greens, and this was OD green. This is what I wanted, was the original olive drab. That's what that stands for. I got these decals on eBay. They are vinyl. And like I said, a lot of my extra parts that I've got, like the grill, and let's get this over here, like the grill and the mirrors, the door handles, these are all part of the mirrors. This here and these and these are part of the mirrors. But you got the grill, and the kit that I got, yeah, they sell things in odd, to me, odd quantities. I mean, you can get the grill, but if you don't like this type of grill and you want the other grill, well, you have to buy the kit that comes with this and the other type of grill, the other version. Okay. They do sell a version that's just the grill and the, you know. So yeah, like I said, they sell things in my opinion in odd configurations. But you even get the bow ties for the grill part. So yeah, and as you noticed, mine are all black. Well, because if you've ever seen the military version of the square body, which is called the CUC V, CUC-V, it's what is it? Something commercial vehicle. I can't think of the first part. The first C is something commercial vehicle. CUC-V is its military designation, and you can't find most of them. You're not going to find just plain OD green. Most of them you're going to find is the camouflage green. Well, I don't know how to make that camouflage green. I even looked at some wraps, you know, vinyl wraps and things like that, but I just opted for the OD green with the old school World War II style badging, and of course, you know, Marine Corps. Of course, yeah. Once a Marine, always a Marine. And so yeah, and so this is what I want to show. I finally showed you what body I'm gonna put on it. And I bought the small can of paint and clear coat. So it does have clear coat over those decals. So hopefully that'll help those decals last longer. But you can buy these. They're not very expensive, but it took one of these and it just barely coated this thing. I think I ended up getting 2 coats of the OD green on there, and so just barely though, just fucking barely. Excuse me, my language again. But anywho, so and yeah, so the hood, you can buy a hood. Well, you have to buy a regular. You don't have to buy the Cal induction one, but you can buy a hood, regular hood. Yeah, I didn't have enough paint to do like door jam type things either, so I had just enough to do the outside and give it a couple of coats. But this comes with just minus the hood, minus the grill, minus everything, just the cab. So everything else, a hood, even if you go with the standard, you know, everyday hood, not the Cal induction, yeah. And unless you want to glue the hood down, you got to buy the hood hinges separately. They've got a couple of different kinds. They got one that's more like the actual real hood hinge with the spring and everything. Comes with a magnet. Comes with just a magnet. You need 2 for it to work, but they give you 1. So you'll have to find a piece of metal or something else to stick up there that way, because that's what secures the hood down. You can buy engine, if you just look on their website, you can buy engine compartments for these, and they're pretty sporty. There's a lot of them, but like I said, they have their own ready to run kits that utilize this, and they're pretty good. Most of these are replacement parts. Most of this stuff is replacement parts for those ready to run kits, and upgrade parts, you know, like the hood and the fender flares and the visor and whatnot. But so yeah, if you snap off something and you need a new cab, or you mess up you do something to the bed, you can buy the bed and then transfer what parts over you need. Otherwise, you have to buy all these things separately, and they do come in different packages. Like the one I got just the package just for the mirrors, and then some other stuff like for the lights, the headlights and the things that hold. Those come with the door handles, but it doesn't come with the mirrors, and it's weird how they do that. Yeah, all the holes in the bed, these are going to be my mounting holes. These come with it. These 2 holes here were already there. Because, again, they have their own mounting system, which their mounting system utilizes these, but with their chassis. Okay. So I did something different. I did some mounting posts off of the front. Well, they're both off the front and rear shock tower mounts, but I got 2 mounting posts to go here and 2 mounting posts to go back here. Now these were for other things. These holes here for some stuff that you'll see on my next installment here. But yeah, so onward and upward. And so we will see you on in a few minutes. Alrighty.